Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin. Today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna talk and see how to rune Antares, the Fire Lich. Fire Lich is by a mile one of my most one of the units I hate the most, but is super effective. I feel like it's a little bit broken the way it works, but yeah, it works pretty well. People use it all the time, and even in SWC we've seen a lot of him. So we're gonna have a look on how to rune him. I had a video on how to rune Antares, but it was quite old. It was quite old, and also I've checked it, and my Antares wasn't ruined that well. So I'm gonna show you how it's ruined now. I changed it a little bit. I changed a decent amount, and I'm gonna show you in a second. Guys, before you get into the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free, really help out the channel a lot. So if you can, please click the sub button, and yeah, if you do so, thank you. If you've done already, thank you anyway. All right, now let's check Antares. I'm gonna show you my PvE, my PvP Antares. Also, I'm gonna give you some options on how to rune him. We're gonna check obviously the stats as always, the skills, and then the runes, so sets, offsets, and what stats you should aim for. My Antares is in storage. I think it is. This is gonna be my PvE Antares. I don't have him runed that well because I don't use him that much. Actually, it's not runed at all. Let's just check the stats, and then we're gonna check my Antares how it's runed. I don't use him in PvE at all, so I'm just gonna say this already. PvE Antares is a no-no. It's just too RNG, and there's a lot of better options for PvE. For PvP, I'll show you in a second. But yeah, base stats, they're not the best. 9.7k HP is almost average though, because 10k is average. Attack 790 is not super high, it's not low at all. Defense is pretty low, 538 and 96. Base speed is not the best. This is not the best. But hold on, let me take him out so we can check the skills and also what he awakens into. Hold on. Where is it? So base stats are those. Leader skill, he awakens into leader skill. Crit rate in arena 24%, which is not bad at all. If you don't have any other leader skill, at least you can use this in RTA. Anyway, skills. What do they do? Skill 1, attack the enemy single target 2 to 3 times. It depends. It's random. Sometimes he attacks twice, sometimes he attacks 3 times. Each attack has 40% chances to decrease the enemy's attack speed for 2 turns. That's pretty good because speed's low. I feel like it's an underrated debuff, although more and more people are understanding how annoying the speed slow is. And has 25% extra, so it's 65% chances of applying the slow debuff. Skill 2 is an AoE. Inflicts damage to enemies with a hold that consumes souls and recovers 50% of the inflicted damage. This is an AoE. It's gonna heal by a lot. Absorb the enemy's attack bar by 15% with a 25% chance for each attack. It doesn't say how many attacks it does, how many hits it is. I think it's 2 to 3 hits AoE. Cooldown 1 turn less, so it's a 3 turn cooldown. Damage increase with the skill ups, but like steals attack bar, heals, AoE damage, messes up the turn order on the opponent most times, so it's a pretty annoying thing. And I'll show you what sets you should put on him, so that's gonna be really important as well. Passive. Why is Antares so good though, Fla? I would say he's broken because gains a turn with a 15% chance whenever an enemy's turn ends. If this effect doesn't activate, the activation chance will be increased. If this effect is activated, the increased activation chance will be reset and your attack power and critical rate. So it has 15% chances to basically take a turn whenever some of the enemy's turn ends, and then it gets attack power buff and critical rate buff. Also, if it doesn't proc the passive, it gets extra percentage for the passive to activate. So it gets crit rate buff, attack buff, gets a turn out of nowhere, and also has crit rate leader skill. Anyway, let's check how to rune him, because I don't have him rune in PvE. I don't use him in PvE. I really don't use him in PvP either, in RTA. I use him a little bit, don't use him too much, but I use him a little bit. I recently changed it. I took a little bit of attack out. I lost like 200 attack, but I go like 5000 HP and like 300 defense. Now, how to rune him? I have my one on Despair Revenge. You can go Despair Will. Some people go Violent Will, and Violent is not my favorite way, but if he gets a pass, his passive up, he gets a turn with the passive, and then he can proc as well, so he can move twice. I've seen a few people building him on Violent. I don't like him on Violent because I have a lot of units on Violent, so I don't have many runes for him. And also I feel like on Despair is better because obviously he has an AoE, and Revenge works because he's gonna get focus. If you Revenge stun, that's big. So Despair Revenge I prefer. Despair Will is also really good. Violent Will is also pretty, it's decent, it's pretty decent. But yeah, I have my one can be grinded as well, but I have my one on attack, crit damage, HP. I thought I changed that rune, but I didn't. But yeah, so attack, crit damage, HP. You can go attack, crit damage, attack, HP, crit damage, HP. You can go whatever you want, but try to make him tanky. The attack is important, but don't forget he's gonna get the attack buff when he gets the passive. So he's gonna get extra attack, and also he gets the crit rate buff. So even around 55 crit rate is fine, because he's gonna get around 85% with the crit rate buff. Crit rate buff gives 30% crit rate buff, and yeah, I mean overall 70% would be perfect because you get 100% crit rate, but 56, 55, 50% is not that bad either. 50% means it gets a passive, it goes to 80%, so it's gonna still crit a decent amount, but try to make him tankier, because he will get focus. You don't need speed on him, not that much anyway. You might want to get some speed on him just in case the passive doesn't pop, but his strength is his passive, so you can build him literally with 0 speed, and he's gonna get turned with the passive anyway, and it's gonna go and it's gonna do a lot of damage. Again, I would like to have more attack here, a little bit more defense as well, a little bit more HP, but the attack is fine because it's gonna get 50% attack extra with the passive, with the attack buff. So that's how it is. My one can get granted a little bit more. The artifacts, I like to have additional damage by attack. Life drain is good, but additional damage by attack I think is the best. Main stats, I mean, if you go attack it's fine, if you go defense it's fine as well. You kinda want all 3 of these stats, and like around 50, at least 50% crit rate. Where is Antares good for? Obviously RTA is just a wild card. If it works, and it usually does, it gets so many turns and just like obliterates the opponent's team. It gets so many turns, it gets the heal on skill 2, he gets attack buff from this, he gets turn, he gets attack buff, crit rate buff, he has the slow on skill 1, he has this disperse stance he can land. It's just insane. And the reason why I say make him tankier is because they're gonna focus on him, but even if they focus on him, they get him low. If he gets a turn and he has skill 2, it's gonna heal back pretty much to full. So yeah, it's it's annoying, it's really annoying. Stats you should focus on, as I said, attack, HP, defense. Try to get some speed, it's not super important, but try to get some speed. Crit rate, try to get around 50%. Accuracy, if you get accuracy, is nice because he obviously decreases attack bar, actually steals attack bar with skill 2, and also has this low on skill 1. Now, how to counter Antares? I don't know, like, now I kinda know how to counter Antares, but he's at one of the last picks usually. He gets picked if the enemy has Diana, he is one of the last pick. He gets picked if you're desperate, or if you just wanna, you know, RNG the opponent. A good way to counter him is obviously water units. It might not be able to stun them or crit on them, so it might not be able to heal enough. Bulwark is pretty nice because every time Antares proc is passive, Bulwark gets 2 stacks. Water Monkey is not bad because he has multi-hits, he might stun. CC is decent against him, but obviously he can get a proc out of nowhere, so it gets out of the of the CC. Vusa is not bad because he does a lot of damage now on skill 2. Obviously he has the immunity, so his skill and shield, so his skill 2 might not heal him that much. So Vusa is pretty good, and he's also meta. Bulwark, I like Bulwark against him because he gives Bulwark so many stacks. Chow, if you have Chow, is pretty good because Chow obviously might one-shot him. Molong, like units that do a lot of damage and can just delete him. Other like Barbara would be nice as well. So units like that. Obviously Tazarian would be obviously. Why did I say obviously 10 times already? But Tazarian would be great against Antares because of the defense break and also the Oblivion. So try to get something like that. I know that some people work on resistance on Antares. I don't like the resistance because I might just focus on resistance and then the opponent has high accuracy and I'm left with 15% resistance. So I'd rather go with these stats than go for resistance. For the artifacts, as I said, additional damage by attack, maybe crit damage when the enemy's HP are low, are high, and so on is good. Guys, that is it for the video. I'm pretty sure Antares is an amazing unit. Well, it's an insane unit, and I hate it because it's just, it doesn't make sense. It just takes turn. I can build him with 0 speed. He's gonna take turn anyway, and he's gonna do a lot of damage. He can stun and so on. But yeah, that's how it is right now. Hopefully it gets nerfed to the ground. But yeah, guys, this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. Let me know in the comment below how you have your Antares built, and if you like this unit or you hate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye everybody. Take care guys. Stay safe. Bye.